has to be. Knock that off. Just tell Arnaud to hurry up and disable that track. Get those engines running, hero, and I'll take us out of here. Emissary,
Good.
but one of them's still wearing him like
Look.
a suit.
Who doing the other night? Okay. Well, we're gonna make our own dinner. I'm gonna wake you up when we're doing dinner.
What is that?
Yeah.
Engines. Take off as soon as you can.
Why the fuck does he have a lightsaber?
The Drifter belongs with us. It's in his nature. He has so much to teach.
He isn't the mentor you want. The Drifter left your cult long ago. I can tell you're new blood, untrained. Does Drachenvale know you mock his name?
Not mockery. Continuity. I carry the mantle now.
Love you, baby.
You're a Praxic warlock. You crave justice. Why die for a criminal?
The more you push to keep him, the more I'm inclined to resist. You follow in the footsteps of Guardian killers. Why do you hate your own kind so much?
No more questions.
As you wish.
Fuck no.
Guardian. Drifter might actually have a plan. The Imperium is scrambling, cauterizing loose ends on Mars and Venus. The data he stole has a secret that they don't want getting out. It's stored on his ghost, Blue. But it'll take time to decrypt, and tools we don't have. And it's worse. She can't speak. Spider wants to help us. He's willing to give us the ghost parts we need to repair Blue. But he wants us to track a lost courier of his in the lawless frontier in return. Convince Spider that you'll play his game.
My dear Guardian, I need you. Multiple syndicates are in conflict out here in the Expanse, killing for territory and resources. Very profitable disorder. Hazard from the spoils, of course. I've lost contact with one of my salvage crews. If you'll track the flag, locate what that crew was carrying, I'll make sure you have the parts to help Drifter's ghost.
Go, messaging Tony. Messaging Tony. What?
Apologies. Oh, apologies for the landing. Your Guardian regeneration is blocked out here on the Tharsis frontier. The Imperium's doing via their beacon tech after you escape their flagship. I heard from the Drifter. You started a riot to escape the Imperium flagship. Now there are riots with every breath of ether in the Expanse. Behold! Glory and the Syndicate Border Wars!
Not an exaggeration. The Syndicates are the real powers here, carving up territory on the frontier. soldiers for the Tharsis Reformation. Each one possesses individual sentience. They're shrewd entrepreneurs. In time, perhaps we can get a few of them in our pocket, find a way to leverage the Vex network. Don't worry about taking a few of them apart. If anything, they'll be impressed with your gunplay. Only way to get respect out here.
salvage kin, though. The flare is still active up ahead. Residue from shock rifle impacts. Pikers took out my crew. Shame there's no Elixir solidarity here on the frontier. And still no sign of the cargo. We can't relinquish these ghost parts without it, Guardian.
Drifter's ghost is heavily modified. She's an amalgam, patched with parts from other dead ghosts. Whatever effects that modification produced makes her unique. We need her back in play.
Secure the cargo. Totality Division wants to know if you have anything to do with the rumors out here.
don't know how the fuck to do this, to be honest. Doesn't make any sense.
Get 2 large pizzas, pick up or deliver, and get a third pizza free. Yep, buy 2 pizzas and number 3 is free. For the 1, 2 free deal.
Hey, 26 o'clock then? Yeah. 7. Can I have dinner, then we can have a shower. Huh?
She can't speak.
Guardian regenerate.
Let her ghost.
Most are staying alone for infinite arson. Word on the street is they're in business for themselves. Just another syndicate wearing Imperial bloomers.
Guardian, this is Honor. Don't respond. This is a one-way channel. Low profile, no bleed. Drifter might actually have a plan. The Imperium is scrambling, cauterizing loose ends on Mars and Venus. The data he stole is a secret that they don't want getting out. It's stored on his ghost, Blue. But it'll take time to decrypt, and tools we don't have. And it's worse. She can't speak. Spider wants to help us. He's willing to give us the ghost parts we need to repair Blue. But he wants us to track a lost courier of his in the lawless frontier in return. Convince Spider that you'll play his game.
My dear Guardian, I need you. Multiple syndicates are in conflict out here in the Expanse, killing for territory and resources.
matched with parts from other dead ghosts. Whatever effects that modification produced makes her unique. We need her back in play.
Totality Division wants to know if you have anything to do with the ruckus out here. They're a Baron Imperium unit. Closest thing to law enforcement in Narsis. Word on the street is doing business for themselves. Just another syndicate wearing Imperium bloopers. Seven stars. The expanse is flooding with transmissions. Drifter's ghost has lied on bail. Totality Division has spotted the false weapons, and Dredgenholm's flock in Tharsis. Lord Bale, unleash me. I long to show what an Eclipse-powered Cuirass can do. Leave that to 6 at Nightfall Station. I need you overseeing the station's completion.
When was the last time you can remember we were at peace? If we're gonna stay here, we should be building more ships. That's all I'm saying. something been chewing on these? If we're gonna stay here, we should be building more ships. That's all I'm saying. Gonna need someone to shut off the power. When was the last time you can remember we were at peace?
Good. You're back. appreciate what you're saying, Tyra. Thank you. Yes, we'll speak again tomorrow.
were able to temporarily stabilize the singularity. They prevented their planet from splitting until someone could help. I'm as surprised as you they've eluded us for so long, but this place is shrouded in dark matter. It could have cloaked the presence of sentient life from the outside. Ghost, did you find the source of the distress signal?
We've made contact with Lodi, here in the settlement. He's offered to help us look into our invitation, if we help the people here. He seems trustworthy, but his presence here feels very convenient.
Yeah, by the look of him, I'd say he's as out of place as we are.
Hello? This is Lodi. Ms. Ray said you received my distress call. Ms. Ray asked that I contact the little Sputnik to work with you both on next steps.
Sputnik?
Is there something I should call you? Apart from Guardians, of course.
This is the Guardians. You can call them Guardian, thank you. I am called Ghost.
Pleasure to be working with you, Mr. Ghost. The Ionians are in less dire straits now, but if anything triggers the singularity, we risk losing the planetoid. Between a black hole on one side and the Archon on the other, the locals had no choice but to seal their settlement. They've been trying to track down that capsule you picked up for ages. Head to the big mechanism at the center of the village. The Ionians call it the Altar of Relativity.
Guardian, the trail we followed here to this planetoid is the strongest through that mechanism.
The singularity must be beyond there, contained thanks to the Ionians. If Drifter's right, the source of our invitation and the source of the singularity are one and the same. I think the Nine are here. Keep this to yourselves for the moment. Our top priority is stabilizing this planetoid. Unless the Nine plan to interfere, they're not a concern.
Lodi, we're at the altar.
Mr. Ghost, this is Lodi. Excellent. Go ahead and drink the contents.
Drink?
No, that can't be right. You do not want to do that. Say again, do not drink the dark matter in that container. Pour the contents into the mechanism. Hold on, I was provided a diagram. I am so sorry. Ionian verbs change based on the size and the shape of the container. I'm still getting a hang of the beverage cutoff. Seems to be somewhere around 2 liters. Anyways, the canister contents need to get poured into the mechanism. All you need to do is drop it in. Guardian, Mr. Ghost, allow me to introduce you to Dean Rebecca, leader of the Ionians.
Never heard the name Dean. It's beautiful.
Well, the Ionians use a sort of academic hierarchy from what I can tell. And wait, you've never heard the title Dean before? Translating what I can, the Dean is honored to encounter the first humans in centuries. She says the Ionian deity, the thing they call the Holy Anomaly, is on the other side of the altar, threatened by the singularity.
about how you got here. The more we know, the better chance we can find a solution.
All I know is I woke up here 4 weeks ago in a singed suit. I don't remember how I got here. I know I'm from Earth. I remember my family, but not much else.
That sounds like how a light bearer would wake up. But you don't have a ghost.
No, I'm alive. Probably know more about this place than I do. But I do remember hearing Guardians have a complicated relationship with memory. Is there any truth to that?
That's a fairly common question. Guardians forget who we were before our first resurrection. We forget in exchange for the light.
Shame. Feels cool.
Drifter? You brought them my message, capsized. Find my frequency. I'm not Neon.
No way. Orin. Neon. Orin, what happened to you? I thought you were locked in as the Nine's errand runner. You were gone.
Yes, but my memory is a mess. It's all Vetiver. Damn it. Rig transport. You can pinpoint my location.
Why do you sound like you need a dream journal?
Ventricle. Damn it! I am not adjusting to linear time well. I am no longer emissary. I quit.
You quit? Thought you'd ascended or something. Become a higher being. I didn't know you could quit being emissary.
Me either. But with the right motivation, anything is Starlight. You'd be proud. I'm malted.
Oh, I have to know what you mean by malted.
Exactly what it sounds like. I wanted my body back. I wanted my will back.
We gotta find her. just found shoes, for Pete's sake. Got your location, Orin. Never thought I'd hear from you again.
Scrambled eggs. I meant to deliver a message, but can't remember what it is. I know the Nine will need a replacement emissary. They will not find one nearby on the X-axis. They will need to search a millennia up and down the Y.
My message found you. I'm Orin. Once a Guardian, like you. When I last reached out to the Vanguard, I warned you of the Nine's fallibility. The results of that fallibility are in plain now, I think. You will fix it. But how isn't clear. Everything I knew is scattered. Cleaved from service and rough-hewn clay. It wasn't bloodless, but I know I chose this for a reason. I did. In my memory, when I touch my hands to the moment, I am overcome. Dissonance and another shape buried in noise, assuming my place. I must speak sharpness to the Drifter, a tint on knowledge held, but still unknown. I need your help hunting down the fate that brought us here.
So, Orin, you quit and now you're just here?
Mitosis. Annoying you had to see me like this now. Scrambled eggs and someone else's shoes. How have you been?
Oh, busy. Feet planted on the ground more often than not. Seeing someone new these days.
Oh. Oh, good. Good for you. Can't say the same. I've been too busy corralling my electrons. Who are you seeing?
It's, Eris Morn.
Ho-ho! You have a type, Drifter. I'm happy for you both. Really.
I hear you had a run-in with that Archon fellow. Or his brother. Apparently he's the leader of these exiled Elixni, but nobody's seen him in a long time. Real recluse. The Ionians say he can speak through the mouths of his followers. Like some kind of psychic thing. That's absurd. Have you seen this little ventriloquist act? Huh. Well, I'll believe it when I see it myself. I suggest you do a little bang and burn to draw out their leadership. Once we know exactly who we're dealing with, we can do a more realistic threat assessment.
haven't been very deep into the Exiles Accord. They aren't fond visitors. This architecture seems to be right out of the box.
We've dealt with the Lixney houses before, but this does feel different.
Lodi, I need to be frank. I don't buy your story.
Yeah. Well, you don't know the half of it. If I wasn't me, I also wouldn't buy my story.
What do you know about whatever brought you here?
Nothing. I woke up here in the singed suit after the most insane fall of my life. It seems the local Elixni have developed a parallel form of teleportation using dark matter to create portals. We want to infiltrate their sphere of influence with that capability. Mr. Drifter said you've got the skills for a smash and grab, so I suggest we go loud. Get us a sample of that tech and we'll be in business.
must be the House of Edgar's new teleportation tech. It's mounted in an old cannon frame. That's handy. Scans show the power cell and space inverter have been tampered with. Those mechanisms have dark matter cores. They'll wear out fast. It looks like this mobile unit creates an entangled link between a jump pad wherever you're aiming. Just be careful what you point it at.
Good work out there. You've got some real moves. Normally, agents that skilled at wet work have checkered pasts. Makes me wonder how you came to be so dangerous. With expanded access, we can investigate those Elixni in earnest and find the truth about this so-called Archon. I've got some ideas on that. Catch up with me later to get started.
I've made myself a contact within the Elixir ranks. Apparently not everyone is happy with the way things are being run.
You little sleuth.
That's the idea. Anyway, there's apparently a power station nearby feeding a lot of juice into something off-site.
Got it. I'm reading high levels of arc energy. All right, Guardian, this has to be the house's power plant. There's a massive current moving through the cables around us. And gravitons.
My informant Keels tells me that power is going straight into a warship.
If we can get to a power plant's controls while it's charging their ship, we can send a lethal surge from here before it ever leaves port.
Crafty. And it'll buy time to hunt down the Strangelet capsule in the Accord. Stop the singularity from expanding. Stabilize Kepler. Maybe they'll stand down.
That fat James we talk a psycho like that off a ledge. He's a true believer. Whatever psychos believe in.
It looks like this station is actually drawing some form of power from these native cyber colonies. So, slimes are their generators?
The Deathless was foretold. See how they must kill as prophesied. Killer Sight warned me of this final test. I'll be resilient, my house.
Guardian, patch me into a console and I can override that barrier.
Crazy sons of crabs are gonna cause a damn cave-in.
You're on bomb disposal, Guardian.
Lavask sure likes to talk, making a show of us barging into his house. Maybe he pull his moxie out from under him and he lets some intel slip.
Unless he sees that coming. All this prophecy talk. Back in my day, you kill a fella fair without knowing the future.
Think he's really clairvoyant?
Not to alarm you, Guardian, but a mine is getting dangerously close to detonating.
Okay, Guardian, we need to find a way to overload that control panel.
Once we do, the immense surge of current will wreak havoc on whatever warship the house is trying to power up.
Probably why they tried to blow us up. I guess they're trying to unplug. We should hustle up.
Like vile Vex, the Deathless is violence-driven. They cannot be turned away by reasoned words. Only blood.
Mighty Archon, we hear your prophecy. The Deathless kneels before the Giver with your blessing. Just open the way.
Well, what now?
This was not our tricks. You conspire with metal invaders to keep us from the Giver. The trap drawn our house into folly. Most devout Basilisk, the work is done. Bring these walls down on the Deathless. Show your Archon true faith. These worlds slip into unknown spaces, as I have seen it. Exiles with it. Their dead irradiated. To be reborn.
Well, what's your next plan? Stand there with guns pointed at each other until someone gets cold feet?
So the Archon didn't take the bait, but he mentioned being kept from the Giver. Sounds like, despite their push to the Singularity, something's still cutting them off from it. That means we don't have to rush right in unless they make a move. Maybe there's somewhere else we can apply pressure.
You're a kid. Those things been shooting at you since you landed on this dump, and you still haven't pulled your piece.
That's right. Unlike you, I don't prefer a gun to solve my problems, but questions work just as well.
Enough! We may have knocked out their power, but the Archon's still out there. We'll need to be ready when they make their next move.
sure your informant ain't running us around in circles, Square?
Kiyosuke's risking a lot just to speak with me. And I've vetted them, of course.
Yeah, you're probably right. All those ones that tried to kill us are just bad apples.
People aren't all one way or another. That's what makes this interesting.
I've been talking to that drifter fellow. Not a name I'd self-apply, but I like him. He understands what it's like to be stranded far from home. Anyway, he was telling me about these aliens who are giving the Ionians such a hard time, the Elixni. Apparently, they normally live on something called ether. Huh. Seems like you already have some experience with it. Interesting. The locals say these Elixni augment their supply with dark matter. Who knows what physiological effects that's having. Might be the reason they're so hostile. I suggest you assess their production rates. If we learn how the dark matter is affecting them, it might give us some leverage.
got some intel from my informant.
Informant? Well, well. First it's a contact, then it's an informant. They're taking a liking to you.
Maybe a way to help the house calm down and see straight again. I'm sending coordinates, but keep on that heading.
Lodi, Drifter, checking in. How goes your recon on the House of Exile?
The Guardian's handling the situation well, but Miss Ray, to be honest, I don't like this. There has to be a way to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that. I've been watching the house from the derelict, and they are one ruthless group.
Do they appear to be in league with the conductor? That would tell us something at least.
Not sure who that is. I have to believe this Archon is a lone actor.
Guardian, you have one new call.
Before the Giver was found to exiles, the long drift eroded our spirit of eons. Our catch was poisoned by ether hunger and treachery. But just when exiles were near our house, death, the Giver's gravity reach led us to its dark matter. And inside, discovery of the voice invisible. Words